Incentive or bribery? It's a question some parents ask when it comes to paying kids for good grades.
Businesses and restaurants offer perks for kids who get good grades, right? So should parents as well?
This morning, Terry Gruca explores whether money can make your child a better student.
Wow. Whoa.
Motivating kids can kind of feel like a game.
It's your turn.
You try one thing.
Pay the pop.
Fine.
Anybody on that one?
If that doesn't work, you try something else.
You made straight A's. Collect $100 from the bank.
The Mills family seems to have found a formula that works.
They pay me for my grades on my report card.
Last year, they started paying 12-year-old Ella for good grades. She gets $5 for an A, $3 for a B, $1 for a C.
School is like a job, pretty much. And so now, instead of being like an intern, not getting paid for something, I have a real job and I now get paid.
I had watched a Freakonomics and they talked about incentivizing grades with kids, and when some research had been done on it, and I was interested in the idea that the job for the child is to go to school every day and perform just like we do every day at work.
There have been a lot of studies on this issue. Most show students do better when given money for concrete tasks like reading a book or completing classwork, not just for getting a good grade. But it really may boil down to one thing.
Why are you paying them? Like, what's the purpose?
Psychologist Dr. Hillary Cawthon says typically parents will see an initial improvement, but it can backfire.
The problem is sometimes these kids that are naturally already succeeding, when we give them that money for the reward, it totally takes away the joy for learning.
Yes. Give me $1.
Pay your father.
Ella's dad doesn't see the harm in paying up.
She either performs and gets the money, or she doesn't perform and doesn't get it.
And they do more than cough up cash.
The other catch to this is we opened a savings account for her. If she chooses to put the money that she makes, he made an agreement with her that he'd do a 1-to-1 ratio with her.
It's paying off.
She got about $600 last year in 5th grade.
A possible game changer.
She really pays attention to her grades because of that.
If it happens to be in your family's cards.
Oh yeah.
Terry Gruca, KVUE News Daybreak.
So if you're looking for ways to help motivate your kids, here are some things that might just help. Set up a system of small milestones. Doesn't have to include money. Could be fun experiences or time on the computer or for completing assignments or getting good grades. And start early. Kids who learn good study habits early in life tend to maintain them later on. More than money, it's about being an involved parent. KVUE's Dr. Nicole Cross joins us now to talk more about this.
You know, many of you may not know this, but Nicole is a psychotherapist. So Nicole, we want to ask your opinion. What do you think about this?
Okay, here's the thing. It's all about motivation. Are you intrinsically or extrinsically motivated? And what that means is, where are you drawing your power for this experience? Is it coming from the inside? I want to be a good person. I want to do the right thing. I want to make good grades so I get a good job and be, you know, a contributing citizen to society. Or is it just about the things on the outside? Because they compliment me, because they give me money. The problem with paying kids for money is that you're starting a pattern that you will have to continue. Because without the money, they may not feel the intrinsic motivation to continue to complete that task. And as parents, we're not only teaching kids about school, we're teaching them about life. So it's not just about being a good citizen, it's not just about getting a good grade, but it's about teaching them things today that will impact them in the future.
I totally agree, because intrinsically I was just taught, no, you work hard to get where you want to in life, and you do it because you need to motivate yourself. And that has stayed with me now into my 40s.
I'm with you.
But you know what I mean? Like, don't you think? What do you
think? It's
think?
also true, too, though, that some kids are different than other kids.
Absolutely.
And if you have a kid that is motivated, that does go out and do things beyond what's expected, those kids aren't necessarily the ones that need that kind of motivation. But if you have a kid maybe that's not as good of a student, that really could benefit from being rewarded, I don't see a problem with giving them the ability, or having that ability to earn something with hard work.
$5 for an A is kind of pricey.
That's a little high.
It's all about about the options. As parents, you know your kids better than anyone else. I would just say do it intermittently, not every single time. Maybe vary it up. Maybe one time it's financial, another time it's praise, another time it's, you know, an added treat or an added benefit. So it becomes broader than just all about the Benjamin.
Yeah.
There we go. I
like
totally agree.
Very good. Very good to have you, not just as a great reporter, but your
absolutely.
expertise in your former field as well.
Hey, I'm here about the KVUE way, so however I can do it, that's what
right.
I'm in for.
And she paid us to let her come up here.
There you go.
Everybody wins.